I want to thank you guys for coming on. I hope your Yom Ha'atzmaut has been incredible. Mine has been unreal, out of this world. Donnie Sawson, who's not really hiding because we see the first letter of his name, but he's somewhat hiding. He just sent me the most gavaldic picture. I'll send you guys afterwards, where Donnie could choose to send it to the chat. Mirza Shem. Even if you're physically outside of Israel, the hearts are still there. Mirza Shem. Guys, we're continuing. We just spoke about prayer for the last couple of weeks. Honestly, more. Probably like 4 or 5 weeks. Now we're moving on to music, song, and dancing. This doesn't mean that we're forgetting about praying. Dafka, we bring the prayer into this new sugya of learning. We're just building. We're constantly building, but not forgetting what we've learned. Actually, it's funny. I'm just going to go on a tangent over here. I'm sorry, guys. It seems like you guys are already bored already. You know, the screens are off. I'm so sorry I'm losing the cover, but I have to share this. We learned last week, it's on YouTube, we learned about forcing yourself to pray. When there could be situations, there could be times where you go to Minyan in the morning and you're exhausted, like myself this morning. And you're trying to say the words, you're trying to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and it's just, you don't have that fire like you had the day before or the week before. You're just not feeling it. But then you tell yourself, okay, Gewalt, I made it to Minyan anyways. I could just sit here and chill and be lethargic and say some of the words, not all the words, even though one is good, one could lead to the next. We all know that Torah, but Rabbi Nachman tells us in those situations, you dafka have to go to the extreme and force yourself to pray. It's not an excuse. If you force yourself to pray, that's true devotion. And within forcing yourself to pray, when you feel like you're tired, when you feel like you don't have the energy, you could create enthusiasm. So today, sometimes, I don't know if you guys relate to this, but sometimes when we learn Torah, we need a situation that relates to the Torah that we've learned in order to internalize that Torah and be like, I get it. The Torah exists in my life. I just experienced it. So this morning I was mamish so tired. So tired. No coffees in my system. I had a long night last night, which is not like long in a lot of people's eyes, but I went to bed late for my standards, whatever that is. And I wasn't feeling it, but then Hallel happened. And I decided, I'm like, Jack, there's no dancing going on. We're just jumping up and clapping. Everyone's waiting to dance, but we all need that one person to really get it going. I'm like, let me just force myself and bring that enthusiasm. Let me create it. So I did, with the help of Hashem. And I started dancing with the Chavra. We started rejoicing. We started singing. We were mamish dancing, pouring out our hearts. And it was mamish incredible. And I was so energetic for the rest of my davening and for the rest of the day. It was amazing. I didn't even need any coffees. I had the energy. Mirza Hashem, guys, we should really internalize the Torah that we're learning. Just have our eyes open for it. Always have our eyes open. We have to read signs. Signs are so important. So I'm sorry for the 5-minute tangent. I just felt like it needed to happen. I need to let it out. And if you guys want to let out anything, please feel free. But we're going to move on. Music, song, and dance, according to Rabbeinu Nachman. In this material world, especially if we have sinned and are very far from God, the main way to attach ourselves to God is through melody and song. Gewalt. These are one of the main ways to connect to Hashem. One may say tefillah. One might say, I don't know, can someone just throw out something? Faith, which is part of tefillah. Bringing out the garbage in the morning, going on runs. That's a way to connect to Hashem. Song, you can connect to Hashem. It's a main way. It is good to get into the habit of livening yourself with a tune, with a niggin. Holy melodies, Chavra, are very exalted. having great power to stir the heart and draw it closer to Hashem. Rabbeinu concludes, even if you cannot sing well like myself, you can still inspire yourself with a tune. Sing it as best you can in privacy if you wish. The loftiness of melody is beyond all measure, right? So usually we talk about davening, we talk about faith, we talk about learning. Those are the main ways to attach yourselves to Hashem. Rabbeinu Nachman, and we'll get into this in the future, Bezrat Hashem, Rabbi Nachman is talking about how lofty, how exalted a song is, a niggin is. It could mamish open up the heart, make yourself vulnerable. And we have to recognize that how this is one of the main ways to get closer to Hashem. I connect to this so much. I could remember just quickly on the top of my head, I'm talking for too long. Maybe if I just open it up for you guys and then I could add my piece afterwards. Any questions, comments, any nigunim that people want to sing, please feel free. Nothing. So my Shana Aleph, we went to Sfat one weekend, one Shabbaton, and we all know the cave in Sfat. Oh my gosh. The song, the voices, the acoustics in the cave is just next level. And that's when I really internalized this Torah from Rabbeinu Nachman, how powerful song can be, how powerful music can be, and how it can just bring you to the highest of places, the deepest of depths in your heart. So I really connect to this Torah. I think it's really true, and we should just be aware of it, open our eyes to it. Mirz Hashem. Guys, I can't talk for so long. Anyone else? Questions, comments? If not, we could bring in Shabbos like we are now.
I think that we could really try to. Sorry. Am I here? Someone just called me. I think that we could try to evoke and infuse God in anything that we do. As long as you just ask yourself, how can I infuse God in this way? For eating, for example, we're just set up with the mitzvot to just make sure that we have God, when we prepare ourselves to eat it, then while we're eating and then finishing eating it. There's so many places in the process that to infuse God. So it's anything.
Beautiful. Oh, no. So sorry. So sorry. You guys with me? All right, Gavalt. Thank you, Alana, for sharing that. Anyone else? Questions, comments, anything?
I'm pretty sure Reb Nachman says elsewhere that a good musician needs to be able to, while he's strumming, needs to flush out the negative energies. So maybe Jack, you could reveal your secrets on the guitar.
I'm revealing them without even saying words, Donala. It's just through the strumming. No, it's a beautiful Torah, honestly. I love it. Ashi's playing guitar through his screen right now. It's amazing. And maybe Marcus. We don't know. But thank you, Donnie, for sharing that. Gewalt. Anyone else? Questions, comments before we conclude? Amazing. Well, I wish you guys nothing but health.
Wait, I got one thing to say. So I remember last year when, do you guys hear me or, yeah, it's really hot. So I remember last year when you thought in your Kabura about a fire being either destructive or or let's say destructive thing or a cleansing thing, and applied it to the logic of so much time we don't really are not in the mood to do something good. You and you still do it. You want to you're not in the mood of davening, and you still daven. It's kind of same. So it's a fire that's purifying yourself. So I remember you just like talked about the same topic before, so just like want to like bring them together.
Gewalt. And that makes me so happy, and it should make everyone else happy. The fact that you remember what went on a year ago. That's why Chazara is so important. Thank you, Daniel. Also, I'm gonna have to message you privately for that because it was sort of choppy. But I would love to hear all the words that you just said. Anyways, health, happiness, success. Whether you're in Stern, whether you're in by the Kotel, whether you're making a mangal like Donnie is, whether you're in IDC, I'm assuming Marcus Almond's iPhone, or
Correct.
Tobin meeting each other at the beach. Shemir Hashem, guys. Be well, Chag Sameach, and bring it
Sameach.
fire.
Thank you so
Talk
much.
to Matt, Jack.